Okay, Mick, so you're about a week away from your Formula One debut. What are your kind of emotions just a week away from it?
Well, my emotions away from the first Grand Prix are pretty good, pretty settled, to be honest. I think obviously filled with excitement. That's the best word. I think nervous, not at all. We have done, a good amount of work in the 2 days that we had. Unfortunately, we lost one, which is not ideal, but it's obviously testing, so those things happen. And I think the work with the team has been very good, and therefore I feel very confident. I feel great. Obviously, we don't know yet where we will be standing after race one, but in general, we're very confident and filled with happiness to be able to start the season.
Has it kind of like really clicked in your head that you're a Formula One driver now? Do you think maybe when you're on the grid on Sunday, you've got the drivers surrounded by you, you're preparing for the race? Do you think it'll kick in then, or when?
Like the feeling that I had coming here was already very nice. Being able to receive your own Formula One pass as a Formula One driver, and it has been very special. And obviously coming here, doing all the drivers briefings we had, and all the media attention, I would say, it kind of made me understand and realize even more what it takes and what it means to be a Formula One driver.
How have you kind of talk us through your preparations through the winter? Have you stepped up like preparations to get ready for a Formula One season than you would have to a Formula 2 season?
General training wise, we've just intensified it a lot more, especially in the neck region. But definitely the best training you can get is driving. So those days here were very, very valuable for me to be able to get even more prepared, to understand what I did right, what I did wrong in my preparation, to obviously evaluate that for the coming years. And so yeah, I feel very ready. I feel pumped, and I feel happy that it's getting underway now.
What's the one thing you think you've particularly learned from those 3 days in the car?
I think just driving in the car. Obviously the car is totally different to Formula 2, and that's really what I've learned. So just understanding on how you have to approach a corner, how the limits are. So where is your limit from front axle, rear axle, and so that you kind of try to approach to it. Obviously in testing it's very important to not go over it or crash or whatever, because we have very limited spare parts, and that would affect us in a major way. So it was very important to stay on track and get those laps in that we did. I think we ended up with more than 350 laps or something. So it's a huge amount of data, and we'll be able to analyze it all and have a good and clear view of things when we come back here.
Going from driving a Formula 2 car to getting comfortable in a Formula 1 car, what are the biggest characteristic differences between an F2 car and an F1 car? Maybe if it's pushing it, obviously later braking and stuff like that.
Definitely tyres. The tyres are completely different. We have no sensors at all in Formula 2, so it's all by feeling. And in Formula 1 we have a lot of sensors, so we can work with them. We have only one out lap we really do, and then we go straight into the push. In Formula 2 you do a warm lap, sometimes even two. So the approach to driving is very different. Doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just two different worlds really, and two different ways of approaching the weekend.
And one of the biggest parts of joining a new team is kind of getting settled in and getting to know everyone. How have you found actually being around the whole team for the course of 3 or 4 days?
Working with the team again was great. Obviously having had last year's FP1 and weekend really with the team was amazing. Already getting to know them there, I felt I was really warmly welcomed, and coming here after I was in Bahrain to do my seat, it was really like I felt really settled in, which was really nice, and seeing everybody working super hard on the target and working everybody, seeing having fun whilst they're working. That's really what is really nice, and also motivates me even harder to push and to work on myself, as I know they will do that each day too.